welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Corinne and welcome to this 2-week wait, pregnancy symptoms, how I knew I was pregnant video. So I really wanted to film this video because during my 2-week wait, these videos were all I watched. I was like, did other girls have the same symptoms as me? Am I crazy? Like, what is going on with my body? I personally am very in tune with my body because I've never been on birth control before. My husband and I were using the family planning method to prevent pregnancy and to not prevent pregnancy. I used an app called the Glow app where I was able to track everything from my period to the dates that we were intimate, when I was ovulating. I tracked how much I weighed every morning. I tracked my body basal temperature. I tracked my cervical mucus, like everything to a T I was tracking in here to make sure that I knew what was going on with my body. I did a lot of research for a long time because I knew when I decided I wasn't going to be taking birth control and putting those synthetic hormones into my body that I was going to have to learn how to figure out my cycle and to know when I'm ovulating, to know my fertile days and things like that so that we could prevent it if we wanted to and then not prevent it when we wanted to have a baby. I'm not saying that natural family planning is for everyone because not everyone wants to take the time to wake up at the same time every morning, take their body basal temperature, check their cervical mucus. There's a lot of women who just don't care, and I'm not like that. I care about my body and I want to know what's going on with it. So that was the route that we decided to choose as a married couple. Anyways, let's get into the video of how I knew I was pregnant. So I just tried to really be careful with the symptoms that I wrote down, things that were very unusual for my body, things that never happened very often. So those to me were my symptoms in my 2-week wait. The first symptom that I noticed is that my boobs always hurt like 1 to 2 weeks before I start my period. This time my boobs hurt differently. Like it was a different kind of, it wasn't like a soreness where like you're walking around and you're just like, oh, my boobs are sore. It was like when you touch them, it's like, ow, they hurt. So it was like a different feeling. They hurt more than they were sore. And I'm a nanny, so I work with little kids, I work with toddlers, and when they're like climbing on you, pushing on you, like they grab your chest, and every time that would happen, I was like, ow, that hurt. So that was like one of my first symptoms, is that my boobs felt different than they do when it's just menstrual symptoms. So that was my first clue of me being pregnant, is the fact that my boobs just felt different. So another symptom that I had was that I was a lot more emotional than usual. And if you know me, you would know that I'm not an emotional person. Like I don't cry ever. Like nothing can make me cry. Like I'm literally like a steel ball. Like I am just so like not emotional at all. And I was texting my best friend like throughout the week during my 2-week wait saying, gosh, like I've been crying on my way to work for no reason. Like I'd be listening to worship music and I would just start bawling my eyes out when that's not usually me. Like actual tears, like coming streaming down my face, actual tears. So I was like, okay, that's weird. So another symptom that I got was, I think it was when I was having implantation, is I was feeling this weird, like very sharp pain that wouldn't last very long, like in my ovaries and in my uterus area. I was at work and I remember I was putting the baby down in his crib. Like I was bending over and I would have these like sharp shooting pains in that area. And I was like, okay, that's weird. I never have those. And then another thing that I had that is very common for women during their 2-week wait is to get a cold, because your immune system is down kind of, because it's really working towards building that baby and growing that baby inside of you. So I did get like the tiniest of tiny colds ever. Like it was barely noticeable. Another thing that I noticed was that I was peeing a lot more than normal. Like 3 times in an hour I would get up and go pee. And I do drink a lot of water. I try to drink like 3 to 4 of these a day. So I was getting up literally like 3 to 4 times an hour. So my biggest indicator, like this was the symptom of all symptoms that made me realize that something was going on with my body. And that was the cramping that I was getting. For me, I only get cramping the first day of my period. That is it. Like, I will never get cramping unless it's the very first day of my period. It doesn't last to the next day. It never starts early. Like, I am very specific with my cramping, and it is the first day of my period. That is it. And I was having these dull, barely noticeable cramps in my uterus and ovary area. And I was like, that's weird. Like, I'm not supposed to start my period for another, what, 8 to 10 days. Like, every day I would have these weird dull cramps that would last a couple seconds, go away, come back, just on and off dull cramping for like 10 days before I found out that I was actually pregnant. Actually, probably 15 days before I found out I was actually pregnant. That was like the tell-all. The biggest symptom was the cramping that I got. It wasn't excruciating. There were a couple times I was like, ouch, okay, that hurt. So I started looking up like dull cramping in early pregnancy just to see what it was. And basically they say it's from your uterus stretching and making room for the baby that's growing inside of you. So that's what the dull cramping is. Like, even right now, I'm still having some dull cramping. I'm 5 weeks, 5 days right now. So this won't be coming out until probably end of February. Today is December 27th. So I'm like brand new pregnant. I haven't even got to the doctor yet or anything like that, but apparently this cramping lasts all throughout like your first trimester because your uterus is stretching and making room for that baby. So those were all of my 2-week wait symptoms that I had, but I also just wanted to share a couple of other, they're not symptoms, but kind of signs that I had that I was pregnant. My sister-in-law actually texted me out of the blue one day. Before I was even late, before I knew I was pregnant, she randomly texted me out of the blue and said, I had a dream that you were pregnant a couple nights ago, praying for your womb and your future baby. And I had already noticed all the cramping and things like that, so it was kind of like a sign for me that she said that. And then I had a friend randomly call me out of the blue a couple days later before I knew I was pregnant, and he said, Corinne, you need to get pregnant. Like, it's time for you to get pregnant. Get on it, have a baby, get pregnant. And I didn't know I was pregnant yet. I was late, but I hadn't taken a test yet because, again, I waited 5 days to take a test. And it was just funny. Like, I had 2 people. I had one person tell me they had a dream, and then my other friend called me out of the blue, and he was like, you need to get pregnant right now. Like, it's time for you to have a baby. And it was just so weird because I hadn't talked to him in a couple months. Like, we're good friends, but since I moved away, we don't talk as much as we used to. And so it was just kind of funny that he randomly called me and told me to have a baby. And then another sign is the day I found out I was pregnant, I texted my grandma right away and told her that I was pregnant. I sent her the pregnancy test, and she had told me, she was like, I had a feeling in my heart that you were pregnant, but I didn't want to text you and ask you because you hadn't told me yet. And she's like, I just had this intuition, this feeling that you were pregnant. So it's like I had these 3 people all like knowing that I was pregnant basically before I did. Now, my sister-in-law doesn't know right now, and my friend Andros, who called me, doesn't know right now because I want to be able to tell them in person. And I haven't even gone to the doctors yet. Like, I don't even have an ultrasound, like nothing. Again, I'm 5 weeks, 5 days. I'm almost 6 weeks, yay. But it's just funny that I had like 3 separate people already like proclaiming pregnancy over my life and over my body. Yeah, so those were my 2-week wait symptoms, how I knew I was pregnant. Again, it's just all about being very in tune with your body, knowing your body, and it takes a while. It takes a couple cycles for you to get to know your body truly from the inside out. And I've been practicing this for a long time, like I said, because I don't take birth control. I kind of have to know what's going on with my body. But yeah, it was nothing crazy. It was nothing like bam in your face, you're pregnant. Like, I still haven't even had morning sickness. Like, I wasn't feeling nauseous. Like, it was nothing crazy that was like, you're pregnant. But it was like little whispers and hints here and there, like, you're pregnant type of thing. So I hope that this helped you. Make sure that during the 2-week wait that you're not just driving yourself crazy. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to subscribe to my channel, subscribe to me and my husband's channel, Aiden and Corinne. that's where we'll be vlogging like a lot of the appointments and things like that. I will do a ton of sit down videos, update videos, bump date videos, all those types of things, baby hauls. I'll be doing all of that stuff here on this channel. But if you want to see like our daily life and things like that, make sure to subscribe to our vlog channel. And yeah, follow me on all my social medias, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye guys.